It's Wednesday and welcome to another Love Island Roundup, guys. Now, you'd have thought, after winning Love Island UK Season 12, that Tony might be able to afford a few breath mints. Yeah, with all that prize money. But according to Cash, this is not the case.
You were supposed to be out of our Airbnb 3 hours ago, and he decides to start... No, don't leave. He decides to start packing now.
But your breath stinks though.
Oh.
Realistically. Have you brushed your teeth this morning?
Pack your shit!
Yes, this is our winners somewhere in the country, and clearly Tony's breath was not smelling very nice. Is this cute? Some of you will think it's cute. Some of you may view this as possibly the beginning of the end. And imagine if Cash had to break up with Tony because he said her breath didn't smell very nice. What a shallow reason to break up with someone. Or is it that shallow? Would you break up with someone if they had halitosis? I haven't really considered it. I've never really thought about it. But, you know, like I say, this is a very serious matter, guys. So let's bear this in mind and let's be very careful what we say about our precious Love Island winners. I am seeming cynical and sarcastic, but, you know, I do care that they stay together a little bit, not as much perhaps as I should, because Love Island is Love Island, and we all know now that we don't expect any of these couples to actually stay together. We just hope some of them will stay together longer than others. I think that's the truth of it. And on the subject of couples staying together, Harrison and Lauren, are they still together? This video came out a few days ago and somehow I ignored it, but we have this moment where Harrison is in a restaurant with Lauren and seems to have paid the bill and is obviously not very happy and slams the receipt down on the table, acting like an impetuous teenage boy. And I did wonder, okay, maybe he's just angry because the bill was big. Listen, if you go and eat out in London or any other city, I think, within the United Kingdom, it's not cheap. If you're going to go to a really nice restaurant, nowhere's cheap anymore. And maybe he's just cross because the bill was big. I've no idea. But then they post these photos, like they posted this one on Instagram today, and I got to say, Lauren doesn't look particularly happy in it. People are making comments saying, you know, Lauren forced him to do that face because they've got PR bits coming up and they need to look good. And in public appearances, they also have to look like they're still a couple. But there's been some, you know, interesting behaviour between the two of them, which makes me wonder whether Harrison is really that invested in Lauren. I think Lauren really likes Harrison, but I never thought Harrison and Lauren would last. I just felt like Harrison left the show because he thought, I've peaked! I can't go further than this! If I stay in the show anymore, people will really start to dislike me, and then I'll lose any credibility I have. So he went after Lauren, but secretly wanted Tony, and I think they may be the next couple to go, guys. Thoughts below, comments below. Do you agree with me, or am I just being a mean old so-and-so? Now, despite your pleas and cries of desperation, ITV are going to make another series of Love Island All-Stars. Season 3 will be coming early next year, I assume. Yes, next year, isn't it? It begins in February or something. And the good news is we have some cast members from Season 12 going in to All-Stars Season 3. And apparently we've got ALIMA and we've got ANDRADA. So two very interesting female contestants going in there. I like ALIMA, thought ALIMA was great. ANDRADA's very fiery, so I think they'll be a really good fit for All-Stars. I mean, I personally don't think All-Stars should actually carry on being made, but the fiery contestants really help make the show better, don't they? Let's be honest, Season 2 was far better than Season 1, and it was because of the fallouts and the arguments. That's what we tune in for. All-Stars Season 1 was just dry and dull. But I do think as a format, it's just not that interesting. You know, I really don't think it has much to keep us watching. It's the same faces, the same people doing the same thing. And it's also quite cheap. So, you know, we complained that Love Island Season 12 didn't have many challenges that were kind of decorative and outside the villa. I mean, All Stars is even worse. They kind of keep everything within the villa and we see very little outside life. It's more really like Big Brother, I suppose, in a way. But they're going to make it anyway. But are you happy that ALIMA and ANDRADA are going in? Jess is also apparently rumoured to go in. Remember Jess, who won with Sammy all those years ago? I always liked Jess. Jess was always nice. It was Sammy I was suspicious of. But Jess is going in. I can see her going in being successful. But again, I just wish they weren't making the show. I wish they were doing something else. I wish we had Love Island in space. There we go. I'd watch that, definitely. Love Island on Mars. Who wouldn't watch that? You'd tune in. Or Love Island in somewhere dangerous, somewhere different. Love Island in North Korea. Let's send them to North Korea. Let's watch that and see if they manage to make it through an entire series. So that sounds quite cruel, but it would make entertaining television, and don't you deny it. Finally, on the subject of entertaining television, we have Tyreek causing a bit of a storm on Love Island Games. Now, I haven't watched the show because I'm just picking up clips here and there from what people are posting because I don't have Peacock and the VPN thing doesn't seem to work for me. But what I love is we've got Tyreek on the show, and this clip in particular made me giggle because here he is with two other contestants, male contestants, openly admitting something.
Be a lot of mental game.
I'm better at mind games over physical.
So like trivia puzzles and shit.
And like more like manipulating people.
Oh.
That sort of thing. I'm leaning more towards the money side over love side though. But I'm open to both.
I mean, there he is, basically openly admitting he likes to manipulate people. He's not even hiding it, not even making an effort to say, yeah, sometimes I feel like I have a good way with people and I can somehow occasionally make people do what I want. No, he's just saying, yeah, I manipulate people. Basically admitting, this is my game plan and I'm going to do this. And we know he is very good at that. Do you remember when he manipulated the guys in the villa to go wild during Casa Amor? And of course he himself did absolutely nothing. He stayed true. He was, the bastion of all that is pure and virtuous by the time the girls got back. But he'd encouraged everyone else to go off and behave like wild men. So, he is very good at manipulating people, but I just love the way he's openly admitting it. He seems to be making quite a stir on the show. And I suppose, what can we expect? This is exactly what we thought he would do. Although the problem is, it's fun, but then I found with Tyreek, it's fun, and then suddenly it stops being fun. And that's where things get a bit serious. So I think they will learn eventually that, yeah, it's okay until things get not okay, if you know what I mean. But there we go, guys. Those are the updates thus far that we have for you. I'm sure more will be along soon. Please write comments below. Let's debate and talk. And I'll leave you now to get back to your wonderful Wednesday.